Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kome, and if this is the first time on this channel, I give out tips on how to start your own profitable business and quit the 9 to 5. If that sounds interesting, I want you to consider subscribing to my channel because I give you great information every week on Mondays and Thursdays. In this week's video, I am going to be sharing 7 things that you can be doing to maximize your opportunity right now in this quarantine period. So I cannot knock down how important what is going on right now is. There's a pandemic going around. In case you've been under a rock and you haven't heard that, there's a pandemic going around. It's called the coronavirus, and because of that, everyone has been advised to stay at home as much as possible. And what that means for us right now is that we have time. All those people who used to say, I'm so busy, I don't have time. Well, now you do have time. And so the last few weeks for me, especially in my family, we've been almost indoors completely for the past 2 weeks, taking short breaks here and there to at least get some fresh air and allow the children an opportunity to be outside, because it's just good for well-being. But on the major part, we've been indoors. And what that means is we have time. We have so much time on our hands. And I know that even having time like that can be overwhelming. So I hope that these tips will help you get you grounded, just help you take a deep breath, get grounded and know that there are things that you could be doing to maximize your opportunity right now, to maximize the time you have, and to potentially get you ready for when this whole quarantine is over and we can go back to everyday life. So I hope that you continue watching and that you enjoy this video. My first tip is to declutter your business, to declutter your life, declutter your space, declutter. There's this show I like watching on Netflix and it's called Marie Kondo, and a lot of people have seen it, and she's the lady who travels around different cities helping families to get rid of the stuff that they do not need. Now the truth is that even in your business, and I know that personally as an entrepreneur, I have so much stuff going on in my office, I have so much paper in my cabinets that I know that I do not need all of them. I have invoices, I have receipts, I have purchase orders, I have all sorts of things going on in my cabinets and on my shelves. And I know that for a fact, I do not need these things. And so what I have been doing and what I intend to continue doing during this quarantine period is to go step by step and look at everything that I have going on in the office and make a judgment call on what I need to keep and what actually needs to go, because sometimes all that clutter prevents you from actually enjoying your business because you just have a lot of stuff lying about. Just looking at all the receipts I have and determining whether they are still needed and then getting rid of them if they are not has become important. And I think that you can also apply this tip to almost every aspect of your life right now, not just your business. How about looking through your closet and getting rid of stuff that you actually do not need and haven't worn in years, months? There's a general rule which I learned from Mary, and which is that if you haven't worn it in a year, the chances that you're going to wear it are almost 0 to none. So why not get that out of your house? Give it to free Goodwill if you like. Give it to Goodwill if you like. Get rid of the stuff and just allow yourself to breathe, fresh air. When it comes to children, I have been looking through my children's toys and also deciding things that I know for a fact that we do not need or want, and I'm always I'm putting those things aside and I'm going to be giving them away to Goodwill, because there's just no point keeping those things in the house. My number 2 tip is for you to start to review your business. Go behind the scenes in your business. Go behind the scenes in your business and start to look at everything that you do from start to finish, your processes, your everything, and start to decide what are the things that you're doing that you can improve on. This is the time to actually start to make those calls and think of how to get your processes better. Now, I know that in my business, I put all those things to the side normally because I feel like I'm already very, very busy, and some days it can get very overwhelming running 2 businesses, having children, having a partner. It's just a lot of work. And so I know that there are things that I can be doing better in my business to get the business running seamlessly. And so this quarantine time is the time that I have been dedicating to looking at everything I do and thinking in terms of improvements. So this is not a time to be hard on yourself or judging yourself or, feeling bad. This is the time to be saying, what can I do better? Because believe it or not, even though it doesn't seem like it right now, the world is going to get back to normal very soon. And so this is the time when you need to prepare for when the doors to your business open again. Number 3 tip for what you should be doing right now to get yourself better is to pray and meditate. I cannot tell you how important for me it is to spend this time praying and meditating about different aspects of my life, really. So I'm talking about my business, I'm talking about my marriage, I'm talking about my children. I'm praying and I'm meditating. And I think that because we have so much time, you should really be spending at least an hour just being introspective and just, if you're a person of faith, talking to God, and if not, just being quiet in yourself so that you can hear yourself think, so that you can get new inspiration, and just so that you can be calm in your spirit. Because I feel that there is so much fear going around right now. There's fear so much in the atmosphere, and if you're not careful, you're going to be focusing on exactly the wrong thing, which is being afraid instead of having faith and having hope and trying to do things that are going to make your life better. I found that watching the news has become very depressing for me and has become a source of fear, and so I stopped watching the news. I mean, yes, once in a while I want to know what is going on in the world, but I do not constantly stay glued to the news because I feel that it's not doing me any good. And I'm sure that there are people out there who are probably watching this video right now and they feel the same thing. I want you to take that time, instead of watching the news and fretting about something that you cannot change, to spend that time praying and meditating. If you turn on the news, it's there, it's in social media, it's in WhatsApp groups. People are sending messages flying around how many people are dying. And I just think that there is a better use for our time, instead of just paying attention to 5,000 people dead in Spain and 10,000 people dead in Italy. It's not healthy. And this is not to say that my heart doesn't go out to all those people who are losing loved ones and the people who are sick and in the hospitals. But I just believe that I will choose faith over fear any day, any time. And so as much as my heart prays for them, and I know that it is not easy, I do not need to be consumed by fear. And number 4 is to create content for your business. Create content as much as you can right now. And guys, look, content is something that never goes out of fashion. There are even content that I have created a year ago that I am thinking of how to repurpose, and I'm looking for how to take quotes out of them and how to design flyers for social media and to get myself and my business ready for even more, for growth, if that makes sense. And so you could be spending your time creating content, whether you're starting a podcast or a blog, or whether you're also starting a YouTube channel like me, or whether you want to write a book. I believe that this is the time, at least in the next 30 days, when things are still very, very up there and in the air, you could be spending time creating content. And that's why I'm starting a masterclass on the 1st of April, which is called Execute Like a Boss. And it's going to be for 10 people who are creating content in this season. I personally am going to be writing a book, and I'm putting it out there because I believe that what I put my mouth to, my energy is going to go towards. And even though right now I don't know what my book is going to be about, but I'm going to be taking that time to be introspective and to create. And so I'm putting this challenge out to anyone. If you want to join me in the Execute Like a Boss masterclass, you're more than welcome. But that's one thing you could be doing. I mean, creating content right now is going to be so important, because when your business starts to boom again, you probably wouldn't have time to create the content as much as you would like, and you'll be very grateful that you've done this while you couldn't move about and while you couldn't visit clients and all of that good stuff that normally happens on the front end of the business. My next tip, which is number 5, is for you to spend time developing yourself. Who, guys? So self-development could be in terms of you spending time learning on your own to do the things that you want to do. And I always talk to entrepreneurs who say, if I could learn to write more, or better, if I could learn to design this, or I could learn to do all sorts of things. And this, I think, is the perfect time when you probably don't have anything better to do than to sit in front of your computer and actually learn. And you don't have to go anywhere. There's so many online courses, online resources that you could be using right now to specifically concentrate on one thing in your business that you would like to do better, and to actually start to learn how to do that thing better. I think that this is the time when websites like Udemy come into place. And there are also a lot of influencers and business entrepreneurs who have different things that they're teaching. And I think that this is the time to invest in yourself, develop your expertise in one particular area, or in many areas if you have the ability and the time. Reading books is also not out of it, because I believe that there's no point going to school if you can get the knowledge you need from someone else. And I personally am a big advocate for reading books. I spend a lot of time reading books, and I have always read books. That's my happy place, really, to just sit down and read as much as possible. And you, my dear friend, could be reading a lot of business books. You could be concentrating on reading content that is going to help you to practice your new skill and to develop yourself in a particular area. And so please check out, Amazon does fantastically. You could be reading on Audible, you could be reading on Kindle. There's so many different ways to get books to read nowadays. And guys, I will be happy to do a video on my top books for business women that I have been reading recently, or I have read and have really impacted my life. So please do leave a comment if that is interesting to you, and I'll be very, very happy to do that video. Number 6 on my list is to rest. Rest. I don't know how many people out there are spending so much time watching television, watching Netflix, watching the news, guys, but they're forgetting to rest. This is the time to rest, people. This is the time to get into bed at 2 in the afternoon and actually get some rest. I do understand that some people are working from home, but the truth is that not many people are really in the headspace to work. So even though that they say they are working, I can bet you not a lot of people are actually working, especially if you are on House Party. If you don't know what House Party is, it's this new app that's going around where people can congregate, come together, even though they're in their different houses, and actually have fun playing games. I personally have enjoyed a couple of games on House Party, but I also know that rest is very important, and I would rather spend time sleeping and trying to recharge my body and get ready for busy season, because I believe that once this quarantine period is over, it's going to be busy, busy, busy as usual. And that brings me to number 7. Number 7 is to enjoy your family. Spend time with your family, enjoy your family, and just understand that family is important. There's nothing like creates hope as much as spending time with loved ones. So please enjoy your families, enjoy your children, enjoy your spouses, because we really don't know what the next day is going to bring, but I believe that love is so important in this time, and you will be doing yourself a disfavor if you are passing up on just enjoying the company of good people. Guys, that is the end of my 7 things that you could be doing in this season. I want you to leave a comment and let me know what is your favorite one that I have mentioned. And if I haven't mentioned your top tip, please go ahead and leave it in the comment below. I will be reading all your comments and I will be responding to all of them. After all, I don't have anything to do, right? Look forward to seeing you in my next video. Until then, bye guys.